regardless of how would you execute the delivery of your digital product, is it in-house or by contracting, it is essential to have delivery estimates for execution, as it influences the two most important parameters in your business, that is time and money, of course. Additionally, it may be good having estimates for the cloud hosting expenses for dev, UAT, and production environments, and potentially expense for a required support for your product if your product requires such an effort. I keep stating that planning is everything. Project management methodology, as lean and as agile as it gets, should not influence the fact that there must be solid metrics against delivery of a digital product. So even if when you're contracting a team on T&M basis, there should be expectations set for at least the next iteration of development. Now that your product blueprint is ready, you have covered everything you need to cover to define your product. It is very easy to define execution estimates that are highly precise. These estimates are basically made on previous experience of somebody who has provided such metrics before, somebody who has delivered a digital product or a lot of digital products before. So if you're not that person, you must have a colleague or a friend or somebody who can grasp the complexity of the product and prepare the estimates. Why do you need these estimates? Because if you're going to contract somebody or even do it in-house, as I said, you must know the time and money you will need to invest into delivery of this product. So with everything we've done so far, we have basically made the risk to deliver obsolete. There's one very small percentage of cases we haven't covered. It's an edge case, and it's the case when it comes to delivery of highly innovative tech products, something that hasn't been built before or not publicly known that has been built before. So there are no measurable metrics against which we can estimate the required effort. Now there are ways around it, but it's not a topic and I would be going just too out of the way. But if you're interested, let me know, we can talk about it in private. Estimates are expressed as the effort required to deliver the entire digital product. Now, in order to deliver the entire digital products and to make the sense of the estimates, we must create different areas of deliverables that make sense and then create smaller chunks of functionality that fit into all of these areas. A basic agile approach to delivering a digital product. So we're doing a lot of pre-planning by preparing the estimates for delivery. So what exactly is the effort? Effort is simply a number of days required for a resource to deliver certain chunk of functionality. It could be a day or a fraction of a day, so it doesn't have to be the whole number. And the resource is developer, QA, engineer, designer, whatever, okay? What are these main areas that we're going to focus on? That is the project initialization phase, design effort, backend API delivery effort, front-end presentation delivery, presentation layer delivery, front-end functionality part, I'll explain the details, quality assurance, and management. So let's just touch base what are all these areas. In the first phase, project initialization phase, that is the effort required for whoever is delivering the product to analyze the requirements and get a grasp of everything needed. Then we have probably time required for a couple of meetings to just level up on all the details. But most importantly, this effort is reserved for system design, database design, and software architecture, the three areas that assure the delivery of these products as something that will stand and can last and perform what it needs to perform. The next one, design effort, that is all the efforts required. Some or everything depends where you are with your branding, visual identity, UI UX design, responsive design, or physical product design if it's Internet of Things that we are talking about. Then we have the backend effort. So that is delivery of the backend mechanism API. Is it something off the shelf that you're gonna adapt or custom build? Totally doesn't matter. It's the area that is the powering mechanism of the data. Front-end presentation effort, that is something I love extracting from the functional implementation of the front end, because it is very clear to distinguish and it's very very organized way of delivering something. So that is simply mockups, simply physical product delivery, or interface that is just dummy, doesn't perform, just link through, but it does have functionality. The next piece is actually bridging the gap between mockups and the API, so that is functional coding. Quality assurance as the next area, which is quality assurance of the product, sorry about that, of the product performing as specified, but not only functionally, also to have the scalability, to have the performance, the speed, everything that is required for the product. So it's automated testing, manual testing, stress tests, penetration tests, security tests, whatever. But also quality assurance of presentation layer being delivered as defined by designers and of course as specified. Last but not least is management effort in terms of product management, project management, technical management, and DevOps. So just to make it a bit more understandable, let's take a simple piece of functionality and take it through these areas as a chunk of functionality that you need to extract from everything and fit into the areas I have enumerated. So let's say a sign-up functionality, native sign-up with an email. Now, this chunk cannot fit into project initialization or management because it doesn't make sense, but it definitely can fit into design effort, as that is the design of the sign-up form and everything that it needs to have as specified. Then we have also is it mobile, is it web, is it responsive, whatever, it's just design effort in general. Then we have a presentation layer development, which is simply front end based on the designs. Then we have bridging the gap, which is making the sign-up for functional, tied up with the API. Best practice is to try not to have any business logic inside the front end layer, but put everything on the back end, everything that's possible. Some things are not, but that is a minority of things. Long story short, I can talk about it later. What else? Bridging the gap, quality assurance, making sure that the functionality is as specified, and of course, the design is implemented into pixel perfection. Yeah, that's about it. So any questions on this topic, feel free to leave it in the comments, contact me directly, and I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next week. Ciao. Hey guys, I really hope I brought you value with this episode of the Digital Product Concepting and Innovation. Go ahead, subscribe, share this, pass it on, and let me know what you think.